to bring their son, who was held as an Israeli prisoner, home.
From Tampa Bay's #1 news station, this is the Fox 13 News at Noon.
Good afternoon and happy Friday. I'm Brianna Arredondo. Linda has the day off. Well, it is day 24 in the government shutdown, and many federal employees will miss their first full paycheck today. The Senate rejected competing bills to pay federal workers during the shutdown yesterday, with both sides blaming the other. Fox 13's Kaylee Tracy is at Feeding Tampa Bay, which is now helping to feed federal employees.
We're at Feeding Tampa Bay, where they've started a program dedicated to helping those federal workers during this shutdown. I'm going to bring in their president and CEO, Thomas Mans. Nice enough to wake up a little bit early with us this morning. We're in your market right now, and I'm sure you've seen over the past few weeks an influx of people maybe come in, maybe expecting more today.
Yeah, I think what we know about the federal workers who are working without pay is clearly they don't have income into the household. So our job is to make sure that we provide resources and services. So here in the market, you can see there's some terrific products that families can shop for their folks can shop for their families and put good, healthy food on the table. We also have a bunch of different partners on campus here in case you need other support with utilities, mental health care, physical health care, other things that might be an issue in your household right now. I think what we're always aware of when something like this happens is the folks that come into our care would not have been here before. And so we're trying to make sure that they have dedicated and special resources.
And if people at home are maybe listening to this, you have kind of a one place that they can go to get all this information. You have a web page devoted to this with the hotline.
Yes, feedingtampabay.org/government shutdown, and folks can get all the information that they need there to find out if you're a federal worker, how you can connect in with our services. You can make appointments. We have special shopping hours set up. If you're a normal neighbor that needs resources, you can find those on our website as well.
And as you mentioned, this includes, mental health resources even. Tell me why it was so important to jump on this as soon as the shutdown happened for you guys.
Well, I think we were preparing before the shutdown. As an organization, we've been through pandemics and hurricanes and shutdowns, and so we know how to do this. But for everybody that comes into our care, we need to make sure that we have a good resource mix of services set up. And then the other thing to think about is folks are going to be without income for some time. They don't get whole the day they get a paycheck. That will take some time as well, so we'll make sure that there's care after this. And so from our perspective, it is a longer-term relationship than probably they would have wanted, but it's important for us to make sure that it's available.
Well, thank you so much for your time this morning, sir. And a reminder, guys, as we know, these are people in our community, our neighbors, our friends who are affected. So I know that they've said donations help, volunteers' time helps as well here. And I'm going to send things back to you. But as we mentioned, on their website, we also have a link to the resources on our website, fox13news.com, where you can find all that information. Back to you.
All right, Kaylee, thank you. An academic cheating investigation claims another high-ranking employee of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office says Captain Marvin Johnson was fired as part of a, quote, ongoing investigation into academic integrity. Johnson worked for the Sheriff's Office for about 25 years, and he is one of at least 6 high-ranking officials linked to the testing scam. Captain Zeladis Stearns was fired on Wednesday, and a man named Robert Rush is accused of taking money from law enforcement officers to help write papers for them. Now, several other officials with HCSO were either fired or resigned after their alleged ties to Rush. As for him, he lives in New Hampshire and denies any wrongdoing, claiming he only did some editing and proofreading. New details about the estranged wife of suspended Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez. Robin Severance Lopez was arrested again. Now, she was arrested Thursday at her home in St. Cloud by the Osceola County Sheriff's Office on an arrest warrant out of the Lake County Sheriff's Office. This is the second time she's been arrested this year. Officials say she's accused of providing false information during her earlier bail process.
This is a charge that, I haven't seen in practice in 18 years. We've rarely see this kind of charge, but we've got to remember the nature and the circumstances around this case. It's a high-profile case. The state attorney's office or the statewide prosecutor's office in this case is going to scrutinize every single document and try to put some pressure to resolve this case one way or the other.
Both Robin and her husband Marcos were arrested back in June for an illegal gambling operation. She was charged with conspiracy to commit racketeering as well as this new charge. As Israel and Hamas enter the next phase of their ceasefire agreement, one Florida family is hoping to bring their son home. Mohammed Ibrahim was arrested more than 8 months ago after being accused of throwing rocks at Israeli settlers. His family, along with lawmakers, are now pushing the president for his release. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan has the details.
The now 16-year-old has been held in an Israeli prison for 8 months, and his family is afraid he may not survive much longer. They're hoping a recent appeal to Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Israeli Ambassador Mike Huckabee, signed by 27 U.S. lawmakers and more than 100 U.S. faith-based human rights and civil rights organizations, will finally lead to the release of Mohammed Ibrahim. He's the U.S. citizen and Floridian who was arrested in February after he was accused of throwing rocks at Israeli vehicles. He was 15. So far, the Israeli government has provided no evidence in the case against him, and Ibrahim has not been allowed to speak with his family while being held in prisons known for abuse. According to their letter, U.S. Embassy staff and former detainees have described Ibrahim as suffering alarming weight loss, deteriorating health, and signs of torture as his court hearings continue to be routinely postponed. His family reports that Mohammed has lost nearly a quarter of his body weight and contracted scabies.
As we've been advocating for him and asking them to interfere more or apply some type of pressure, because this kid is not a soldier and he's not even an adult, he's a minor. And in our eyes as a family, we also believe he's a hostage because a 15-year-old taken from his bedroom at gunpoint, blindfolded and handcuffed, doesn't describe the word prisoners.
Mohammed Ibrahim was born here in Florida, and as the only American child believed to be in Israeli prison, his family was sure that he would be among the 2,000 prisoners released earlier this month. He wasn't. His ongoing arrest isn't the only thing the family has endured this year. In July, Ibrahim's first cousin, 20-year-old Saif Moussalet, was beaten to death by Israeli settlers while visiting relatives in the West Bank. Moussalet, who also held dual U.S. citizenship, lived in Tampa, where he owned an ice cream shop. He's one of 4 Palestinian Americans killed by the Israeli military or settlers since the war's start 2 years ago. It is rare for settlers to face consequences for these attacks, and while Huckabee called for the Israeli government to quote-unquote aggressively investigate the murder, so far no arrests have been made. Meanwhile, Ibrahim faces up to 20 years in prison for throwing stones. In the Fox 13 newsroom, Kelly Cowan reporting.
Well, Saturday is National Prescription Drug Take Back Day, and if you have any old or unused prescriptions sitting around, this is the perfect opportunity to get rid of them. Law enforcement across the state will be collecting the prescriptions at several sites, including here in the Bay Area. Collection begins at 10 a.m. and runs until 2. Now, to find a location near you, visit the Drug Enforcement Administration website there on your screen. Well, after last year's hurricanes, Madeira Beach was left devastated. Flooded shops and destroyed docks littered much of Johns Pass Village, and parts of the boardwalk were entirely washed away. But now the community has recovered, and they are bringing back an annual seaside celebration. The Johns Pass Seafood Festival is back for its 44th year, and the boardwalk is expected to be packed with people, live music, great food, and local artists. Guests are invited to experience coastal culture and also visit those vendors. And in honor of the Halloween season, the festival brought back some of their themed traditions. From kids trick-or-treating to adult costume contests, there's something for everyone.
And we're just celebrating the resilience of our community, of our businesses, of our residents, and just coming together to enjoy a special weekend. So I'm super excited to have Johns Pass Seafood Festival back.
Yeah, no more storm surge damage, just fresh seafood and smiles. The celebration runs now through Sunday, rain or shine, and festival parking is limited, but there is a free shuttle and beach trolley that are available to help you get around. We are just getting started here at noon. Still ahead in our next half hour, President Trump is expanding the drug war from sea to land. Plus, we're getting a look at the latest inflation report for the month of September after it was delayed due to the government shutdown. And it's game one of the World Series, Dodgers versus Blue Jays. We take a look at how things are shaping up ahead of the big game in Toronto. Hey, Nash.
Hey, Brianna. Sunny skies and low humidity. What more could you really ask for this time of the year? Today's forecast picture perfect. Next week, we'll be tracking more clouds, but also cooler temperatures. Let you know when our next cold front is going to arrive coming up.
It is game day. The World Series begins today, and it's a battle of the blue, the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Toronto Blue Jays. And you're getting a live look right now from outside Rogers Centre in Ontario, where in just a few hours it will be buzzing with fans from all over to watch game one. And while the Dodgers are looking for that second straight title, the Blue Jays are hoping to get their first World Series win since 1993. We want to bring in Fox's Sarah Allegre, who joins us now live from Toronto. And Sarah, 32 years is a long dry spell for the Canadian team, and they had the home field advantage though going into game one, so this seems like a good matchup.
Oh, Brianna, absolutely. And let me just tell you, the fans here, they are so excited. And behind me, there's that line to grab the merch. You could just feel the energy here, really, throughout the entirety of Toronto, Canada, really. So it's just so incredible to be here to witness this moment for a lot of these fans. And what a way to start off the game. I mean, we have a rookie 22-year-old Trey Savage. He's taken the mound, but going up against a seasoned veteran like Blake Snell with the Dodgers. And, you know, tonight is just really making it all count. I mean, this really sets the stage for the next couple of games.
This was always the end goal, right, with this organization.
The lights at Rogers Centre, they're shining a little brighter tonight.
Did I think that it would happen? Probably not, because of how this game works and how there's a lot of movement to this job.
It's home for the Blue Jays in Game 1 of the World Series, their first time since 1993.
It's crazy. I mean, I've said it, everybody says it's a dream come true, which it is.
And the Jays putting their trust in 22-year-old rookie Trey Savage.
I have to go out there and do my job, do everything that I can to put this team in a situation to win, and then allow the bullpen to take over and finish out the job for me.
He started the season in the minors and now getting the ball in Game 1 on baseball's biggest stage.
He's facing a Dodgers lineup that's really good. It's definitely a difficult task for him.
Across the diamond, the Dodgers are sending out veteran ace and multi-Cy Young winner Blake Snell.
Right now in the moment, it's the most important start of my career.
And at the plate, Japanese superstar Shohei Ohtani expected to set the tone.
Whether he swing the bat well or not, he has the ability to impact the game.
This marks the Dodgers' 3rd World Series in 5 years. They bring experience. The Blue Jays bring energy and momentum. And outside Rogers Center, from music to the merch lines, fans from all over are marching to the beat of their own drum tonight.
This is a great organization. It's run by quality people, and they got a heck of a ball team on the field, and I think this is our year.
Yeah, and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, he joked that President Trump is, quote, afraid to place a bet on the Blue Jays versus the Dodgers. But the White House did tell reporters that the president doesn't gamble. Mark Carney says he believes that the Jays will take it in 6. So we shall see. We know first pitch tonight, 8:07. From then on out, every inning counts. Brianna,
yeah, absolutely right. Nice to see a fan there from Florida as well. All right, Sarah Allegre live for us in Toronto. Thank you, Sarah, and have so much fun out there. And just a reminder, you can watch Game 1 of the World Series right here on Fox 13. The first pitch is just after 8 o'clock tonight, with Fox's pregame coverage beginning at 7.
And now, Fox 13 meteorologist Nash Rhodes with your Sky Tower radar forecast.
I was talking to Brianna just a few days ago about how it was sunny, but she said it just didn't feel quite cool. And that was the issue. The humidity was high. Those temperatures in the upper 80s felt like the 90s. Now the humidity is beginning to drop. That has everything to do with yesterday's very weak cold front that pushed through the region. This is where it's been hung up. It is a stationary front over Miami. Notice the showers and storms trapped on the south side of it, where all the deep tropical moisture still remains in place. Overhead for us, drier air is surging in. You probably even notice it's a bit breezy today. Those wind gusts will be increasing into the weekend, but the drier air is doing things like this. Completely dry across all of central Florida for now. We've got mostly sunny skies, and we'll have mostly clear skies heading into tonight. Our forecast today with mostly sunny conditions. Highs get as warm as still about 88 degrees. This is slightly above average for this time of the year, but we do have cooler temperatures to look forward to. That'll be on the horizon. Not here just yet. More on that coming up with the 7-day forecast, but dew points in the low 60s and upper 50s is making it feel as good as it looks on Sky Camera at the moment. Downtown Tampa, we are at 80 degrees with winds out of the east at 11 miles per hour. They are occasionally gusting to 20. And tonight, we'll drop temperatures into the upper 60s and low 70s closer to the coast and down south. The farther north you go, the impacts from that front felt a little bit more. Crystal River into the upper 50s they go again. Mostly clear skies for them, 64 in Leesburg and 61 degrees in Wesley Chapel. This is a live view from Holiday. That flag really getting a workout this morning and afternoon. Wind gusts, as I mentioned, cranking up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour in many spots. We have sustained winds at the moment in St. Pete at 17 miles per hour, 16 in Punta Gorda and 14 in Lakeland. All of these winds, again, will be increasing this weekend, so fair warning, the boating forecast not looking ideal in the days ahead. Those winds angled out of the east and northeast during that same stretch. They will be decreasing to about 5 to 15 miles per hour heading into the overnights. Now, here's the marine forecast for today. Choppy conditions and rough conditions for today and tomorrow. Sunday, we keep with the choppy conditions in our bays and inland waters, but notice the winds will start to decrease just a touch by the beginning of next week, Monday and Tuesday. Bigger improvements will be on the way and likely looking at just moderate to light chop in our bays once we get to that point. In the meantime, your weekend forecast, apart from the choppiness and the breezy conditions, we'll have mostly sunny skies with just a chance for some spot showers on Sunday. I think a lot of us stay completely dry, and this is nothing that's going to spoil your weekend plans. We're just talking passing showers in and out and not dropping very much rain. We're no longer in that summertime stretch where even a brief shower could dump an inch, 2 inches of rain. Most of these putting down maybe a quarter of an inch, if even that. That could be wishful thinking as we get closer to November. which is statistically the driest month of the calendar for us in Tampa Bay. Now, rain chances will gradually increase into Monday, but we're just talking about a 30% shot. Tuesday, they drop back to near zero, and then Wednesday into Thursday, we could be increasing those just a touch more. I want to show you the humidity as it goes up into Monday and back down into Wednesday and Thursday. That has everything to do with our next weather maker in the form of a more powerful cold front. This one will actually change our temperatures in a meaningful way, not just bring a lower humidity to the area. That'll be by the end of the 7-day, where we have 78 degrees for a high now on that Thursday afternoon. Brianna?
All right, looking good. Thank you, Nash. Well, next up here at noon, it's a one-of-a-kind experience that you really have to see to believe. We're taking a seat at the Illusionist table for a night unlike any other at the Strat. We sit down with Scott Sullivan next. All right, mesmerizing both the audience and critics, Scott Sullivan is bringing a type of entertainment to the table unlike any other. Next month, he's joining guests at the dinner table for an illusionist experience. And if you're intrigued by this, so are we. Table illusionist Scott Sullivan joins us now. And Scott, thank you so much for being here. I was just telling you that I've never talked to an illusionist before, so this is really exciting for me.
Are you a little scared as well?
Oh, I mean, you know, you've got your tricks going on. I'm interested to see how it is up close.
Great. You shouldn't be. I'm so happy to be here. Well, it's your first time interviewing Illusionist. It's my first time in Tampa.
Oh, awesome. Well, welcome to Tampa.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, first time we brought the show here, and it's a really fun experience because for me, I'm usually doing my big stage show. I just came from the Sydney Opera House last month doing the show there. This is a different experience.
Okay.
At the Illusionist table is close proximity. You join me around a table with 24 other guests, and we go on this sensory journey.
So that makes sense for why we're now sitting at a table. You're going to show us a little
I'm not going to be cooking, unfortunately. This puts a lot of pressure on me right now, Brianna. I don't do the cooking in the show, but it's a really wonderful experience for me because it's this close. And we share food and whiskey, and we go on this journey where I tell a story from my childhood. So I'd love to try something with you right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to kind of give a little bit of your background, you were just telling me that you're from Scotland. So
indeed.
Yeah, so you're now here, you're in Tampa, you're going to be at the Straz, and we're sitting at a table. Very, very fitting for what you're going to be talking about. So yeah, I'd love to see.
Indeed we are. So the show really explores the power of wonder in our life. And I brought 2 books here that have sort of inspired the show in some way.
Okay.
This book, Enchantment, Awakening Wonder in an Anxious Age. I don't know if you've read this. And Identity as well. You're going to pick up any one of those books right now, any one that you like.
Okay. I'll pick up the blue one.
And Brianna, what you're going to do is open up that book now to any page that you like as well. And if you don't like the first page that you open it up to, you can change the page if you like.
Okay.
But once you've decided on a page, you're going to focus on the left-hand page right now, or the right-hand page. The left-hand page or the right-hand page.
Okay.
And then you're just going to think of any word on that page. But Brianna, I want you to challenge me. I don't want you to choose and or the. I want you to choose a long word, a word with lots of letters, okay? So I'll give you 5 seconds to choose a word with lots of letters.
Okay,
5,
I've got one.
4, oh, already? 2 seconds in, okay, close the book. You're going to look right here at me. And we're going to start really simply. So there's probably 50 to 70,000 words inside that book.
Yes.
So you're just going to focus on the first letter of that word. And now you're going to jump to the last letter of that word. Okay, perfect. What's the first letter of the word?
R.
R, yes. Okay, so you focus just on the second letter of the word.
Okay.
Is that an E?
Yes.
And you jump to the last letter again.
Yes.
Is that a T you're focused on?
It is.
It is, yes. If you can hold out both hands like so, just place your hands in mine.
Okay.
This word, it's a person, isn't it?
It is.
Is it a receptionist you're focused on?
It is.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Now that we've warmed up, I did this to you. I want you to see if you can do it to me.
Oh, gosh.
Okay? So right now, I am thinking of a word. And all I'm going to tell you is that word is 5 letters or less. Now, it can be any word that you like, any word in the world. There's 201,000 5-letter words or less. You can think of any word that you like, and one word in a moment will feel right to you. Now, I want you to confirm a couple of things to your viewers. We haven't set this up. I haven't asked you to write anything down. You can change your mind as many times as you like, but one word will just appear inside your head.
Okay.
Do you have one?
I've got a word.
Share with us, what was the word you were thinking of?
Globe.
Globe. G-L-O-B-E.
Yes.
Globe. Can I ask why you thought of the word globe?
It's round, it's circular, you're traveling around the world for your
It's almost the shape of this table
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
But when we sat here a few moments ago, you noticed, probably behind us, there's a little chalkboard
yes.
in the kitchen area over here. I want you to see, if I pick up this chalkboard, before we even began, I wrote one word down. What was the word I wrote down?
No way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. It says globe, you guys. I think I might be an illusion. No, that's awesome.
Oh.
I do want to say that you are going to be here. How many nights is your show?
We are doing 7 nights of the show. We're almost completely sold out, so we've added a matinee show.
Okay.
You can get tickets at strascenter.org.
Okay.
We'll be here really soon.
Thank you so much. We're out of time, but this was really cool. I love this demonstration. So Scott Sylvan at the Illusionist Table is happening Thursday, November 6th through Tuesday, November 8th, or November 11th, rather, with shows happening every night at 7, as she mentioned, 2 shows on Saturday. Again, this is a once in a lifetime, it seems like, and a one of a kind experience that is happening at Maestro's restaurant there at the Straz. Tickets are still available if you want to get them. They're $395 with alcohol, $325 without. This event is for guests ages 14 and older. You can buy tickets at the Straz Center website. Right, very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I hope your first Illusionist experience was an interesting one. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so coming up in our next half hour, pushing for peace, the next phase in the peace plan between Israel and Hamas begins. And officials say this part will be the most difficult.